Yo, what is up, guys? It's me, Eve, again here, playing Girls Frontline 2. This incredible game, I love it so much, and we have a new update. Daiyan just dropped. As I said in my previous Girls Frontline 2 videos, after Macchiato, Daiyan will be, because we had leaks for her, and the Mohsin Nagant as well here. uh, Daiyan, pretty good character. Mohsin Nagant, definitely not worth your summons, especially with her being in the standard banner here. You definitely don't want to spend anything for her here. If you really want her, you can go and try to get her from standard banner, but be sure to know that there is a selector coming on this banner, so you will be able to get her from the selector if you really want her. Obviously, this game doesn't require you to have like a meta team to finish it. You can definitely just go and pick someone like Nagant or Sabrina, that if you like characters like that. Uh, so again, you summon for your waifus there if you want to. But after Daiyan, there's gonna be the next banner is gonna be Dushevna, as with I don't remember the second. This is the next character will be, I think, Peritia, with Dushevna. Those two characters are gonna be the next characters after Daiyan. At least it's how it was with the Licks. So in Licks, they are the next characters. But let's talk about Daiyan here. So she actually is a very good character. On the CN version of this game, she a little bit drops, because for now she's an S tier, but in the end game on CN right now she's kind of like an A tier. But it doesn't mean she's any bad. She can play a good role in a boss fight. That's like main place where you're gonna be using her. She's obviously a vanguard, as you can see here. She uses an rifle type 95, and the thing is with her, she is like basically she's a buffer for herself, so that she can output a raw damage that is mostly used for boss fights, because some of the bosses have like this passive that buffs their defense or the damage reduction, all of that stuff, and she can easily bypass that shit with her kit. So that's where you like gonna be using her for most, but obviously you can use her in standard fights as well, because with her buffs she makes her damage a lot more like bigger damage, so that she could be a really good DPS, especially if you're using like two DPS as one as sniper, for example, like Macchiato. She could be the second DPS that you want to, who's gonna be on the like front line, and she's very mobile at that. So she's definitely a very good character to have if you're like very interested on her. But is she worth summons? Uh, Probably not, because there's gonna be more characters who are more interesting than her, like Springfield, the Kluke, all of those characters who are like the top tier characters, as well as, for example, even Tololo, who is an in standard banner, could be considered more interesting than her and more powerful at that. But definitely, if you're a fan of this guy, of this girl, you can definitely go and do the summons for her. She looks pretty cool. Her kit is good enough. She's gonna be an A tier in the future as well, so she definitely doesn't like fall off too much. Like, she drops from S tier to A tier, but that doesn't make her worse. It's just she's less used in some cases, is if you want to say that. For example, in that sense, Tololo is still S tier a CN version, as well as, for example, Macchiato and QJ. So compared to them, she slacks a little bit, but still a very strong character. So if you got, for example, Macchiato very early, and you're looking for another DPS in your team, Daiyan can be definitely one of them. You can go for her. And then because Dushevna is going to be the next one, she's definitely a skip for you, especially if you're free to play. Dushevna is a skip. So you can try to get Daiyan right now and then skip on Dushevna. That's how you probably want to go with that. Because after Dushevna, we don't know who's going to be next. If we're gonna have more leaks, I'm definitely gonna do a video on that to see who is gonna be the next character for us. But again, save if you want Mosinagan. Save. Don't rush in on her. Don't go summoning on those like banners. For example, Peridia, Mosin Nagant here. Tololo was here as well. Don't summon on those banners. It's just a trap for you, because you can get them from the standard banner, as well as in the future there's gonna be a selector here, so you don't need to go and like use all of your stuff there on those standard banners. As well as she's got her heavy strings, her rifle here. Not a bad idea to go for her for this weapon, because if you're going for Daiyan, obviously your main weapon is gonna be this one. So if you're going for Daiyan, you probably want to go for heavy strings as well. It's just her like future weapon, so obviously you want to try and get it to have most or at least like buff your damage on the Daiyan again there. But we have her event, as well as we have her trials. If you go here into event, this is her event, as well as trials for her and Mosin Nagant. New outfit for Daiyan, looks very cool. If you haven't finished the Elmo Wishing Well, it's still here. This is the last day, so go and do them. They're pretty easy, so you probably have done them by now. But just so, like, you haven't, if you haven't, just go and do them. It's very easy, and you get some like okay-ish rewards, like these pieces that you get from here. So you definitely want to do it. I'm not gonna summon for Daiyan because I think I'm gonna save up. After Dushevne, there's gonna be probably more interesting characters to come, and I definitely want to get them. So I'm gonna save my cubes, because I definitely care more about waifus over meta, so I don't really care about meta. But if you want, for now, she's an S tier. She's gonna be S tier for some time. So you definitely can get her if you want an S tier character for like a few months at least. From now, she's still gonna be an S tier, but then she'll drop a little bit. So that's what I think about Daiyan. You can definitely leave a comments of, are you going for her? Are you not going for her? Do you think she's worth it or not? So please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Have a nice day, and I'll see you on the next one.